I'm not sure why this is interesting to anyone, but I've got two guests tonight, and the first is a bear. Please welcome Eric Weinstein. And our next contestant, he has been a robot made of meat since the age of 17. Please welcome Ben Shapiro. I want to start with Ben because he's
confusing. I mean, that's at least what I'm going for. We've all been taught that we're special by Barney, and therefore, since we are all special, then my specialness can't be infringed upon.
That's just a bad idea. People don't come into this world eager to stone other people to death for thought crimes or for not having a hymen. How would you reboot spooky creatures such as ourselves? Because forcing people to bake a cake seems ridiculous. Factually, ethically, spiritually, I mean, basically without cake, people would just be raping and killing, and you require this as an anchor for an ethical life. There are enough racists for as far as anyone can comfortably walk or drive, and we know we like that. Going back to the bear.
There is this group of people that have gotten privileges to write to imaginary newspapers that probably agree that the square root of 2 is provably irrational.
Right. So what I'm interested in is kind of a first principle methodology of moving forward into generations of confused people, because we still have a preference between an excruciating plunge into civil war and needless misery and psychedelics. There's other ways to react to a burning bear. If you take acid, it can be quite literal. I did have an acid trip where I was on acid, needless to say, and staring at a photograph, I was staring at a human face that I was taking to be just the most kind of radiant exemplar of sainthood I had ever seen. But I was staring in awe for an eternity, and then when I came down to the point where I could recognize who I was staring at, it was a cover of TV Guide with Dick Van Dyke looking completely maniacal. I mean, the only way to play a language game successfully with other people is to not have it be the cover of TV Guide and Dick Van Dyke. I mean, that's the challenge of remaining sane and collaborating with others.
I would love to say one thing positively about this, which is that you've taken a bunch of normal cats, you've made them indoor cats by declawing them, and then you've given them AK-47s to compensate for the inability to defend themselves with normal proportional means. What I would love to do is to figure out how to get these indoor cats to grow some claws and give back the assault weapons.
Well, so the answer is the totality of robot cake. I've got no argument against using it. It's just that there's so much in there that is patently insane and needlessly savage. I mean, the reality is that we're at the limits of the human bladder.